I came to a point in my life when it was just something I needed to know. Who are my ancestors?
My friend's Italian. My friend's Irish. I know I'm African American, but where are my ancestors from?
This is the Longfellow house where your enslaved ancestors who lived, Cuba and Darby Vassall.
It was shocking to learn their names. I don't feel a lot of families get that opportunity. Not a lot of Black families, right?
Our ancestors.
Roberta Platt, my great-great-aunt, she had been working on this history of our family almost 10 years.
I grew up in South End. How can you live only 3 miles from here and not even know your ancestors were enslaved? Being abused, beaten.
They never really talk about slavery in New England. They never really talked about slavery in Massachusetts. It was always focused in on down south. At the Longfellow house, you're in awe. You know, you come in, you step in the yard. You know, the emotion hits you. Your family was part of these grounds years ago.
This is where our ancestors worked, not by choice, were enslaved here in this spot, in this house.
It's not a good situation. Definitely it's not.
Doesn't feel good, but it's
No.
like,
No.
it's a bit surprising.
And being in this space again, experiencing the energy
Yeah.
here is pretty intense.
Being able to come here and see the space and what their life could have been like is like it's just a little glimpse into their world. This is the tile Kenzo from long ago. And that is the Vassall family crest, the sun. Can you imagine that? Always having to confront who was enslaving them and their lack of freedom. Being able to be here and touch something they may have touched or be in a space they would have lived in creates a tactile connection that I was really missing. Look at this. Oh, here. This bed is so small.
They smoke. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It would have been about 2 people in this, you think? Look at this. The difference between where our ancestors lived and where the masters lived. It's like shocking.
Isn't that something? From this room to that room.
In the kitchen.
We're only talking feet and quite a bit of difference.
Wow. It's shocking, the contrast of how opulent this is, and knowing that the slaves contributed and helped create this, but couldn't enjoy any of the luxuries.
I think of it as like walking through a magical door, because over there it's just downgraded and there's not a lot of color contrast, and you come in here and it's like something entirely different.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
This gives a story. The walls of the Royall House, the walls of the Longfellow House, Christ Church, tell a story.
Our great ancestor, Darby Vassall, is buried downstairs.
It's a bit sobering to know that our ancestor who did so much for the community is buried here.
Darby was involved with a number of abolitionist movements that transcended a lot of years, but certainly has an impact today.
He chose to fight and help those who weren't free, and dedicated his life to educating the people.
For us to know our history, we cannot take this lightly at all. We're very thankful to be able to walk the same steps as Darby Vassall.
It's an empowering thing to learn your lineage and heritage, especially in the Black community.
This gives us substance. We have a beginning, we have a start. And that gives us some place to say we belong.
So the connection starts over here. Now we have a new family, a new generation, a younger generation to carry on the torch.